This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to University of Scouting. This is a session about engineering and inventing merit badges. And my name is Amin Ghafouripur. I'm the faculty at Seneca University and a merit badge counselor at BSA, and also the director of outreach program at Structural Engineering Institute, San Francisco chapter. So today I want to talk about how can we encourage our scouts to continue with engineering merit badges, give you a little bit vision on the activities that we can run and help them to get these merit badges, especially focusing on invention. This is the asynchronous mode for this class, so this is the recorded video. So this is a short biography about myself, and I've been teaching for 25 years, and you can go to these links if you want to search about me. And also I have 4 patented inventions in different areas. That's why I personally, it's a hobby for me, and I love to work with kids and young people to encourage them to get the patent and think about invention. All right, so before getting into the details, I like to share an experience that I had with my little kids when I was teaching at this school, and about the great job that they did, and it went to the media and published in the media. So my students, they worked on a simple model of a building. They built it with popsicle sticks, and they used Lego Mindstorm system to build a shaking table to simulate earthquake. And also they used brain sensors and other pieces of robotic pieces of this package to simulate El Centro earthquake and build and control the building. On the other hand, they wanted to counteract the vibrations. So what happened here, basically, the the soul of this job basically was to encourage students to do something new. So they use these robotic components, and the reason that it went to the news was this age, it was so important for them and for everyone actually to create shaking table and create a kind of active control of a system. And that's why when I was working with them, I noticed that in their idea, when you work with the young people, I would say there is no limit in their mind. And because they don't have any kind of experience, that the lack of experience actually helped them to be more creative than adults. It's a kind of weird statement that I'm telling you, but that's the fact. On the other hand, when you talk with a PhD student, he obviously he is or she is mature enough to think about a research project, a real research project, or do something new. But when you talk with a kid, she or he is not mature. But the difference is they don't think about the limitations. That's why sometimes they come up with quite new ideas and creativity. That's why we have to push them, help them, support them to do this, and learn how to think, create, and design, because they are obviously our future. So these are the parts of that news. So with this introduction, now I want to focus on merit badge in Boys Scouts of America. Merit badges, as you know, it's an important program to give different types of skills to the Boys Scouts. And we have to help our scouts obviously to go in different directions and earn these merit badges, to learn about life, to learn about engineering, to learn about communication and all other skills that they have to learn. So in the essence of merit badges, as you know, BSA has a guideline and a list of merit badges that the scout can choose and follow that merit badge. So as of April 2020, this is the list of merit badges that everyone can go and follow it, and all the scouts, they can earn it, this page and this page. So the total of 135 merit badges available for our scouts. So it depends on what they like. They can go and earn it, and they have to have merit badge counselor, as you know, and work on the requirements. However, sometimes some of them, based on my experience, um, they require a little bit more motivation, more encouragement. Some of them, as you know, they're Eagle required merit badges, so automatically the scouts, they have to earn it, like swimming and other merit badges. So they will go after it either way. Some of them, it's not Eagle required, and so depends on their interests, we can manage them. So I'm assuming that we can always find some scouts in our troop to encourage them to go in the area of engineering and work on those merit badges. So if I want to give you an idea about the number of merit badges, engineering related merit badges in out of 137 merit badges. In civil engineering, we have 16 related merit badges, including entrepreneurship, architecture, science and signals, drafting, geocache, inventing, model design of the building, railroad, welding, surveying, environmental, traffic, truck transportation, soil and water conservation, and similar merit badges that you can find. In the area of computer, robotic, mechanical, electrical engineering, we have about 11 merit badges, or at least I can classify 11 related merit badges, which is, again, science, signals, and code, inventing, entrepreneurship, space exploration, electricity, electronics, programming, robotic, plumbing, automotive, farm machines. So the total of available engineering related merit badges out of that 137 is 26. It's about 19-20% of the total merit badges. So it's about 1/5 of merit badges, it's related to engineering. So that's why sometimes we need to help the students to understand and follow these merit badges. On the other side, as you know, in the US, especially in the last 15 years, 10 years, we try to encourage STEM, means science, engineering, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics for all K through 12 students. And so that's an important part of the curriculum today for high school students, which means Boys Scout, and high school and middle school, which means Boys Scout. And based on the research in 2008, and then a research in 2015, clearly we now know that STEM is an important part of the education for our country. On the other hand, of course, we need all different areas, but STEM is leading students, helping students to go to be productive in the engineering area. So it will help the future of the country, manufacturing, and basically continue and keep up to be the leader of the world as we were and we are right now. So that's an important message that we got it from this research paper and this research. So that's why all schools, school districts, basically they're focusing on that. And as I said, 20% of the merit badges is related to engineering. Now, the engineering merit badges, they require a little bit hands-on projects, most of them. And typically, the problem that I face as a merit badge counselor for most of the students is, first of all, they have to meet a person, engineering person, and then they have to do a project or small project. Or sometimes I call it as demolish or destroy something to learn from it. So that's why for adult leaders like us and merit badge counselor, typically we have to have something in our bucket to let them know about the hands-on project and help them with those kind of things so they can earn that merit badge. So the basic idea for any engineering merit badge and invention is to help them imagine, plan, create, redesign, and ask. And basically, this is the essence of all questions in the merit badge requirements. So to imagine, plan, and create these 3 steps, basically, it's their job to think, but we have to give them an idea. So typically, we have to create a kind of hands-on project for some of these merit badges so they can start thinking of that and then plan and create. Then we have to tell them that it may not work. So they have to think about redesign and ask from adult leaders or merit badge counselor to finish that project for the merit badge. Now, before getting to the merit badge, the actual merit badge, I like to talk about NOVA Awards program. This NOVA Award is about Boy Scouts of America. It's a program for Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, and Venturing and Sea Scouts. So all of them, they can go, and if you go to the website for NOVA Award, you can see Scouts BSA, the red one on the screen, and then you can find every year we have some projects there, and it will help counselors and mentors to basically direct the students and scouts to earn merit badge and actually win this award. So it's more than just merit badge. So I highly encourage you to go to this website and take a look at the Scouts BSA, this is a Scouts BSA. So we have in the area of science, technology, engineering, math, and then Supernova Award. And this is for this year, 2020. So under each tab, you can see, for example, engineering, we have whoosh, up and away, next big thing. What are these things? It's just an explanation of a hands-on project. So they have to do it and then submit it, and then they can get this award. So one of the activities that you can have it in your troop is to encourage the students to go after this award. It can be, as I said, science, technology, engineering, math, or even go for Supernova awards. In the area of engineering and technology and science, these 3 areas, it can fulfill at least 2 or 3 or even more merit badges. So on the other hand, if you encourage the students, encourage the scouts to go after any of these, areas, especially engineering and technology, in addition to application to the award, they can finish their merit badge and earn several merit badges. This is an example of STEM Nova Award, for example, for whoosh, that what should they do? So if you go to the website, you can see the explanation, and you can see the list of questions that they have to answer. And as you see, the requirement for this award is, I read number 2, complete 1 merit badge from the following list. So they have to finish one merit badge that you can see is archery, aviation, composite materials, drafting, electronics, engineering, inventing, mining, society, model design and building, railroad, rifle shooting, robotic, shotgun shooting. So some of them they're not really engineering, but some of them it's engineering. So um, it's a good actually platform for adult leaders to get a direction and support scouts to get the merit badge and also to apply for this award annually. There's another one, the same thing you can find on the website. Again, they have to finish at least one merit badge here. So, and the next one is another example. Again, you can see in this one also, there are some different, merit badges that they have to finish. For example, in this one is programming, robotic, and digital technology. All of them are engineering related merit badges. The other one is the same thing, drafting, electricity, programming. I can count, most of the areas are engineering. So you can be also the Nova counselor if you are a merit badge counselor. Obviously, you can be in a Nova counselor for sure, and Nova Supernova mentor. The difference between Nova counselors and Supernova mentor is the only thing in Supernova that you have to be the subject matter expert in a STEM, like science, technology, engineering, mathematics field. You need to have basically um, understand one of these areas and can help the students. And these are the requirements. So you can go to the website and um, find out more materials about this award. So if I summarize about this supernova, number one, it helps adult leaders to find different areas and activities for the troop. Two, it can help adult leaders to direct scouts for getting into the award. Three, it's a good platform for you to help students, help scouts to earn their merit badges. Now, let me a little bit focus on inventing merit badge. Sometimes I've heard about different people that, oh, invention and inventing, it's a little bit, tricky, and they don't want to push scouts, or not to, they don't want, but they think that it's hard to talk about invention. All I want to say here that we are living in Silicon Valley, and Silicon Valley means California, and Silicon Valley means invention. So um, we need to push the students to go in this direction, or scouts, as if they like to be an inventor. An invention is not the meaning of inventing some Edison type invention. It may be something like, any kind of simple things that they can produce, create something, or even thinking of that will help. So some of the requirement for inventing is just to meet inventors, some of the requirements. So we have an annual event, typically in June, or uh, um, that we had in 2019 and 2018 in June. And 2020, because of the COVID, we canceled it. I'm a member of committee that we decided to cancel it, as you know, like all other events this year. But hopefully next year, 2021, we're hoping to be able to start and continue this event in Silicon Valley. It's every year. It's in Santa Clara Convention Center, and it's about 100 countries or more. They're coming and display their inventions, and it's a good platform for a troop to go there and start talking with inventors, real inventors, see what's going on, and if they have any idea, even they can participate in this event. But my point here is, if you go to this invention to this event, you will fulfill most part of this merit badge. And Structural Engineering Institute and Santa Clara University, both they are scientific partners, and supporters of this event. And basically, the event is under the leadership of IFIA, International Federations of Inventors Association, based in Geneva. And um, so we have jury members, like this picture that you see on the screen, and we will give score to each invention. And based on the scores, the given scores, every year we have some winners like gold medals, silver medals, or some awards to the inventors. The point is, we want to encourage everyone, including inventors, Boys Scouts, and our kids, to be the future generation, as the future generation, to be the leader of the world, especially in the US, that we are the leader, especially scientific leader of the world. So we have to keep up with that. If you want to do it in Silicon Valley, we have to um, put this seed in their mind to grow, and then tell them that you need to think and be able to create and be the next generation of entrepreneurs. All right, now before getting to other details, I like to share this research with you, which was published in October 2015, about the ability of the high school students comparing with an expert. Expert means professional like you, all of us. So if you see the right column says design process measures, and left column says basically findings based on this research. They noticed that F is high school freshmen, S is high school seniors, and then E is expert, adult expert, and professional like you, all of us. So if you see here in the scope of problem scoping stage, because of the experience F and S, high school students, obviously they have less weight and capacity comparing with experts. But in the developing alternative solution, you can see that they act like an expert. Why? Because one thing that I said at the beginning of this session, they don't have any limit in their mind. And that's a good point for us to help them even think about invention. We know for sure that they don't have experience for the feasibility, for evaluation. But idea generation, as you see in this in this basically research shows, somehow they're like an expert, because idea doesn't age is not necessary. Idea and age are not related to each other. So, however, experience works, but experience works for modeling, experience for feasibility, evaluation, and actually design, decision making, all these things. But for developing an idea, an alternative, basically, these Boys Scouts, the age of them can do something. That's why I'm trying to use this opportunity as Inventing Merit Badge to help them think about it, and maybe some of them out of the troop can really go after that. So this is the requirement for Inventing Merit Badge. In this Inventing Merit Badge, you can see here, it says, explain to your merit badge counselor the role of inventors. So they can find this answer if they go to the event, this event that I introduced you. These 3 inventions, which is they can do it. And then there are other requirements here that you can go to the details here to just understand about invention. And for example, number 4, discuss with your counselor the type of inventions that are appropriate to share with others and explain why. Tell your counselor about one unpatented inventions and its impact on society. So, so if as merit badge counselor you feel that it may be hard for you, again, contacting the organization that I introduced to you. They can help you introducing some inventors, local inventors here in Santa Clara, and they can help you with that. So, but that's important to open this door for them. And then there are some other. Number 7 is build a working prototype of the item you invented. So that's a big deal sometimes, or at least classified as a big deal. So sometimes they say, oh, wow, invention, can I do that? The answer is yes. And for example, I had one scout there. He was talking about a simple method to um, um, clean the table. That was interesting to me. I said, that's an idea. I haven't seen it, the method. I don't want to disclose his method. I told him that go after it, but he had an idea that, for example, in the camp, any camp, High Sierra camp, anywhere that we go, always we have difficulty to clean the table. So he had a simple idea, and that was great. I told him go after it. This is the meaning of invention, and I don't believe these things that you talk about it with me is in the market. So yeah, so go and talk with the scouts and let them know that they can do something, invent something. Now, to work on this, obviously, engineering merit badges or inventing merit badges, sometimes we need to give them a little bit training. So one of the important things is like knife that we have training for the use of knife for in our troop. You may need to give them a kind of safety caution for example, the use of drill saw, jigsaw, and basically hardware tools. So, but they have to use them to build something, even it may work for their Eagle project. So there are some examples of hands-on projects that they can build for their engineering merit badges. Depends on what type of merit badge they want to follow. So, but all we need typically it's a simple hardware tool and typically simple materials because it's a prototype. Then we need to tell them for each engineering merit badge, we need to ask them to write about and fill the form, but to write about their idea. So we have to talk about, um, writing, and also ask them to think about engineering design process and the area that they want to talk about it. Also, we can give them the idea of different societies in the professional societies that we have for four major engineering disciplines: civil, mechanical, electrical, electronic, and computer engineering. So then even they can join those societies as a student. So sometimes we need to talk about the meaning of professional engineering license, seal, stamp, and job requirement as a counselor and give them the idea. Especially, we need to talk about the ways to register a trademark, especially a patent. Of course, you may not want to ask them to invent and get a patent on a merit badge. Obviously, it's not the goal, but sometimes their idea is really interesting. And as I said, their idea, it's we can't say that because of their age. Um, the idea would be simple or it's not valuable. It would be valuable, and sometimes it's worth it to go after a patent. I had students at the age of 16 that I helped her to get a patent. So we can talk about the patent and let them know that that's important and they have to follow. If they want to get the patent, they can actually get the patent. Then sometimes we need to talk about, as merit badge counselor, to give them the idea about basically material and that area that they want to pursue, a little bit more academic materials, like if electricity, if it's other things that we have to follow that. So this is about counseling and having some actually encouraging our scouts to go after engineering merit badges. Now, as a adult leader, sometimes you may want to start doing some sort of hands-on projects in your troop. That's kind of helping them to do hands-on project, learn the hardware, and also continue to get the merit badge or use that activity for their merit badges. So sometimes you can have a competition or an activity in your troop and adjust it with the requirement of a merit badge. So most of the scouts in the troop, they can earn that merit badge. These are an examples of some activities that can help scouts to get to earn merit badge. For example, spaghetti building competition. I will show you some videos about that. Active control, we're using EV3 software, which is Lego Mindstorm or other types of robotic components, passive control, and 3D modeling of the building, or a lot of examples that I can give it to you. So this is an example, exciting example of having a competition in your troop. First of all, it's an exciting job, so students may enjoy it and then learn to build something, and you can use it for engineering drafting as a part of the engineering drafting merit badge. So let me go to the video. It's about building the spaghetti building, and so let me start. So this is the building that all scouts, they can build it, and then typically we can turn it to be a competition. So we can measure the weight of the building. I gave them a guideline to build, this size, and then I start putting the weight on that. So as you see on the video, continue to add more weight. And once it breaks, we will measure the weight or the load on this spaghetti building, and then the winner is the bigger ratio between the load and weight, basically. So less weight, more load is the best performance. So that's the theme of this kind of competitions. And as I said, you can use it for partially for drafting merit badge or other, because they have to draw something, and for other merit badges, or generally as an engineering activity in your troop. So when you want to, or maybe in the camp, so you can watch videos here. So let me go to as you see here, all material is just basically sand to add weight, $5 a bag from Home Depot, and a pound of spaghetti, and then hot glue gun. That's what we all have it in our troops. So this is, let's see what will happen at the end of this. So at the end of this process, basically, we can measure, we can measure the weight, as I said, and the load, and compare it together. So we will have a winner, but technically they learn from this activity. The next activity that they can have it, and I believe again that works for drafting and design and build two merit badges here, is about the use of a software called Tinkercad, and to design a 3D objects. Especially, it's good for before first class students, before getting their first class. So tender fruits and all these two levels, they will enjoy working with this Tinkercad and build a model in the computer, and later you can send it to the printing office and do the 3D printing and use 3D printing machine. But what they can do is, as a part of the merit badge, is to design, build this model, and then send it to 3D printer. So that will fulfill at least 2 or 3 different types of merit badges. The other activity that you can have it's the paper bridge competition. Is typically good for those who start coming to Boys Scout after their 6th grade and after Webelos. It's good, and so they can would be the good activity for them to earn some of these engineering merit badges, engineer related merit badges. So the one that I have it on the video here, it's about one of them. So this is for younger kids, but I just want to show you that you can improve it for basically uh, scouts not really older than the age of first class. So take a look at this one. Typically, again, they have to build a bridge, so means drafting, means design. So again, that fulfill a lot of merit badges, engineering merit badges. And then we can put the load on this bridge. This is, I just go a little bit faster to show you how does this work. So we'll put load and start breaking this. And they will learn that really a material can carry the load. Even it's a piece of papers, some pieces of papers and glue, they can really get a good capacity. So they can start thinking that, okay, so materials, how it's not just to say, okay, steel obviously is better than paper, has more strength. The way that we use material is also so important. So I just push this one. So the so that's the so this broke after a significant amount of load. All right. So and another activity that you can share with your troop is to use robotic components to build things. If you can invest for about $500, and they can build anything out of these engineering merit badges. That would be a project for the engineering merit badges, or an activity for the troop. So um, for some of these merit badges in the area of mechanical engineering and computer, especially mechanical engineering, you can see uh, you can find different topics here. I put it on the screen here, and you can, for example, ask them to design a rat trap, mechanical hand, fishing stick. I mean, not simple fishing stick, mechanical or robotic fishing stick, and smart cars, buggies, drone, designed by computer programming, simulation by computer, and smart parachute design, and this kind of things. It's not necessary to be complicated, but they can actually use robotic components to build these objects. And because of the importance of the skills in Boy Scouts, they have to use tools, hardware tools, obviously. And to use these hardware tools, you need to teach them. So that would be another activity at the troop, to use them how to teach how to use hardware tools. So this is the list of, again, another type of projects in electronic engineering or electrical engineering that's fulfill electrical and electronic merit badges, that making electronic circuit like amplifier, radio, or making electrical wiring, simple wiring on the panel board or something like that. So they can do it do these two merit badges. For example, this is an example. It's a simple switch with the light, some wires. You can ask them to connect them together and learn. And you can see on the screen, I have even a fuse here. So circuit breaker, a simple, switch, and to connect them together, turn on the light, turn off the light. They will enjoy it while they will earn their merit badge. Now, if you want to spend a little bit more, I like to share this information with you. Maybe if the troop in your troop, if you can handle this. So with the age of Boys Scouts, there are different genres in robotics. For example, we have FLL Lego based system, we have VEX IQ, and we have VEX VRC, and we have FTC. Now, FLL is good for the cops, but VEX IQ is good for the students up to the age of basically uh, maybe first class or even before first class. After first class, they can work on VEX VRC or FTC. So the robotic basically team out of the troop, they can work on the robot, and then they can even go to the competition. So these are the approximation for the investment that you may need to have this amount of investment for different areas of robotic. So I would suggest to you, if you want to go and while they fulfill their robotic merit badge or engineering merit badge, and I would say for each robotic project and each robot that they have to build, they can fulfill at least 3 or 4 merit badges: electricity, drafting, and robotic and programming. Maybe 4 different merit badges they can fulfill with just one robotic project. So that's another activity that we can arrange in our troop. So this is an example of FLL, my kids, my students that they were working. These are for cops, actually good for cops, but this is the other one. This is good for the age of um, uh, Boys Scout. So this is for VEX IQ system. It's plastic, made of plastic. It's good for after VBELO and before first class, and they can go to the competitions. And some years ago, when I had my team, we won the state of California, and we went to Kentucky to compete against World. Basically, World means everyone came to Kentucky from different countries to compete. So, and then here, this is for Boys Scout, especially good for boys, especially after first class. This is very good system of XVRC that they can build a robot and go to competition. You can go to their website every year. They have a mission, and the troop can follow up and actually enroll in the mission and go to the competition. Even if they don't, the winning, of course, it's they like to win, but even you cannot win. Bottom line, you will earn at least 4 different merit badges out of this robot, or even I would say 5. It depends on the merit badge counselor how to help the students to use multiple merit badges for one project. And this is FTC, which is another type of robots. So these two, VEX VRC and FTC both, they are almost the same with two different companies. So VEX is using typically this kind of material. It's a steel, and FTC is aluminum. But bottom line, they both have a processor and motors, and every year they have their competition. My experience tells me that VEX VRC is easier to handle it in a troop. FTC, it's better to handle it at school, at the scale of the school. But VEX is easier to handle it at the scale of the troop. All right, so that's all about, merit badge and merit badge counseling in this area. So that's why I just wanted to share with you and ask you to encourage our kids for their future participation, and help them to think that they can be an inventor, entrepreneur through engineering, and help them to finish their, and the ways that you can help them to finish their engineering projects through some cool activities. So my phone number is 415-728-5259, and my email is Ghafouripour, my last name GHAFOORIPOUR @icloud.com. Since the session is asynchronous, I'll be happy to answer any question that you have through email, or if you want to call me, you're welcome to call me. And I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I hope to hear good news and more activities in our troops. Have a good day and take care.